I lost 65 pounds and have maintained it for well over a decade. But last week, my brain almost convinced me I had lost my edge. Not because I gained the weight back, not because I stopped exercising, simply because I believed a few thoughts inside this journal that weren't actually true. If you've ever quit a weight loss plan that was actually working because of what your brain was telling you, this video is for you. If you're new here, my name is Sarah Heilman. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition and health coach, and I am currently vacationing with my family in the Smoky Mountains. I've been thinking about this all week, especially being in Tennessee with my family, because I realize that these thoughts don't disappear just because you've lost the weight or because you're away from home. They just get quieter. And the first one showed up after the morning we got here. I think almost every woman watching this has said these exact 3 words. I feel fat. But here's the thing, this isn't about feeling fat. This is about believing your feelings are facts. In the last episode, I told you about an encounter with my physical therapist, and this is exactly where it fits. After my pregnancy, my physical recovery was not swift. It was brutal. I was in so much pain because I had elevated ribs from the posture of nursing and holding my child. I remember walking into my physical therapist's office just completely exhausted. And I remember saying to him, I feel so weak. I feel so broken. And after he would assess me and give me some PT exercises to do, he said, you're actually incredibly strong. I was baffled. How could I be strong when everything hurt? He explained to me that my body was strong, but it was strong in ways that it overcompensated for those postpartum shifts. And because these muscles were working overtime, it created a total imbalance, which made me feel completely weak and broken. And there's actually a name for this. It's called emotional reasoning. I feel it, therefore it must be true. Instead of looking at the facts, we assume our feelings tell us what's true. I feel fat. Can we just agree that this is one of the weirdest phrases we've ever accepted? Every woman watching knows exactly what that means. But think about it. You never wake up saying, I feel elbow, I feel shoulder, I feel femur. Because fat isn't actually a feeling, but we've all learned to use it as one. So what are we actually feeling when that thought hits? Usually, I'm bloated. I'm tired, I didn't sleep well, I'm retaining water, I traveled, I ate restaurant food. But my brain skips every single one of those possibilities and automatically lands on, I feel fat. Just because I feel uncomfortable or weak or heavy in this moment doesn't mean that it's the objective truth. I believed it, but it wasn't true. But believing that first lie creates another problem. Because once your brain convinces you there's something wrong with your body, it usually doesn't stop there. It starts attacking your character. Instead of saying, I missed a workout, it says, I'm lazy. Yesterday morning, I had planned to wake up before anyone else, get my workout done, but Ren had woken up early, we had breakfast, then we headed into town, and before I knew it, it was the afternoon and that workout still hadn't happened. And do you know what my brain immediately said? You are getting lazy. It's amazing how quickly one missed workout can erase the hundreds you've already done. See the difference? One describes a behavior, the other becomes my identity. This is called labeling or mislabeling. We stop describing what actually happened and we define ourselves by one moment. Missing one workout doesn't make you lazy, just like eating one salad doesn't suddenly make you healthy. One moment is not your identity. In the moment, I believed it, but it wasn't true. You know what's interesting? None of these thoughts sound dramatic. They're quiet, they're believable. And that's exactly why they're dangerous. Because if you don't catch them early, they'll snowball. Now, this next lie usually doesn't happen when you're by yourself. It happens the second that other people enter the picture. Maybe it's walking into a gym, maybe it's standing by the pool on vacation, maybe it's showing up to a family cookout. Suddenly, you become painfully aware of yourself, and your brain whispers, they're judging me. I still catch myself doing this, especially walking into a gym after a period where I just don't feel like I'm at my strongest. My brain immediately assumes people are thinking, wait, she's a trainer? She owns a gym? I thought she'd be in better shape. Have you ever noticed someone glance your way and your brain instantly creates a story like that? They're looking at my stomach, they've noticed I've gained weight, they're talking about me. And the funny thing is, you have absolutely no evidence to support that. There's actually a name for this. It's called jumping to conclusions, specifically mind reading. We convince ourselves we know what someone else is thinking without any proof. The funny thing is, when I show up to a beach, to a pool, to a gym, I don't remember a single person that I saw. I couldn't tell you what they wore. I couldn't tell you what they looked like. I couldn't tell you what they were doing, which is probably exactly how they feel about me. The story existed only in my head. I believed it, but it wasn't true. This next one surprised me the most. The next lie is different. It's quieter. It doesn't make you feel embarrassed, but it makes you feel responsible. Too responsible. Because suddenly, every setback, every missed workout, every bump in the road somehow becomes your fault. This is all on me. One thing therapy has taught me is that sometimes life happens, and my brain immediately goes to, what did I do wrong? Not what happened, but what did I do? Everything becomes a reflection of my worth. That's personalization. We take responsibility for outcomes that are influenced by a lot of different factors, not just us. Life happens. People get sick, flights get delayed, vacations happen, traffic happens, stress happens. But not everything is yours to carry. I believed it, but it wasn't true. And then there was one that honestly scared me, because this is the lie that almost undid everything. This is the one that made me realize losing weight doesn't automatically change the way you think. Because even after losing 65 pounds, after maintaining that for well over a decade, even becoming a personal trainer, my brain still found a way to convince me I'm not doing enough. Let me show you what initially happened when I looked at my DEXA scan. A few months ago, I had a DEXA scan done, and I kept flipping page after page, and almost every page gave me another reason to be proud. Nearly 100 pounds of lean mass, balanced muscles, strong bones, years of showing up. Now, do you know what I looked at? Body fat percentage. One number. That's all it needed. Suddenly, it was like, I should be doing more. I should be further along. I've lost my edge. And there's a name for this too. It's called a mental filter. Our brains don't use cameras. They use highlighters. If I stood here and only looked at one dead tree, I'd completely miss the view. That's exactly what my brain did with my DEXA scan. Unfortunately, my brain spent years highlighting what was going wrong while ignoring everything that was going right. If I only look at what still needs work, I'll never appreciate how far I've come. And that's when I realized I hadn't lost my edge. I just believed the wrong voice. I believed it, but it wasn't true. Every exercise you've seen me do on this trip came from my out of routine workout guide. I made it because life doesn't stop just because you're trying to stay healthy. If you're traveling or you're just experiencing a super busy week, you can grab this completely free guide in the description below. But here's the part that changed everything. Here's what therapy and maintenance have taught me. The goal isn't to stop having negative thoughts. I don't think that's realistic. The goal is to stop automatically believing them. Because thoughts are loud, but they aren't always honest. And sometimes, the biggest breakthrough in your weight loss journey isn't losing another pound. It's realizing your brain doesn't get the final vote. Maybe today, you've forgotten about the hundreds of good decisions you've already made because your brain is obsessed with one bad one. So when do thoughts lose their power? Not when they disappear. They lose their power the moment you stop assuming they're telling you the truth. And that's what I'm rebuilding over these next 90 days. Not just my body, but the relationship with the voice inside my head. For years, I thought that voice was me. Now I realize it was just another thought, and I don't have to believe everything it says. If one of these lies, one of these thoughts sounds familiar, let me know in the comments which one hits home the most. so that we can call it out together. And if you're rebuilding your body, your habits, or your mindset alongside me in this 90-day rebuild, be sure to hit that subscribe button and grab your free workout guide in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.